SOYUZNAB Joint Stock Company is a Russian leader in research, development, and manufacturing products for all sectors of the food industry. SOYUZNAB Group of Companies consist of Green Lines Full-Scale Manufacturing Facility, Green Lines Kaluga, Agricultural and Industrial Complex, Research and Development Center, Warehouse and Logistics Facilities. Our up-to-date bacterial cultures manufacturing plant is unprecedented in Russia. Technological process is carried out in compliance with the most strict requirements for pharmaceutical enterprises. Our facilities ensure production of starter cultures for dairy and meat industries such as protective and probiotic cultures, as well as natural preservatives and biopreservatives for agriculture. The company owns a collection of production value strands that include over 3,000 bacterial species.
The natural preservative AIBI is a unique development of the biotechnological center of the group of companies SOYUZNAB. We created it using our rich experience in the production of protective cultures for the dairy industry, and natural preservative is obtained at our production site of starter cultures. It is a product of the vital activity of beneficial microorganisms, which, in specially selected media, produce natural preservatives like propionic acid and other bactericidal components. The natural preservative effectively replaces chemical preservatives, does not contain any added components with E code, keeping the label clean. All active ingredients are formed exclusively by bacteria. The spectrum of action of the preservative against unwanted microflora is determined by the content of certain organic acids in the final composition. In the baking industry, such a problem as the premature appearance of mold in bread, pastries, and flour products is urgent. The effect of AIBI 1.50 fermented dextrose has been confirmed by a number of studies on finished products. In particular, the tests were carried out on a wheat loaf in comparison with a control sample without the use of preservatives, and an item with calcium propionate has a dosage of 2.6 grams per 1 kilogram of the finished product. According to the test results, the sample with dextrose AIBI on the 7th day of storage shows no visible traces of microbiological deterioration. Possible options for adding fermented glucose to the dough. Dry with flour to the total mass when kneading the dough. Liquid form, dissolved in water. You can also add fermented dextrose to a solution of other components in the recipe, salt and sugar. In the production of flour confectionery, a natural preservative is added with liquid components to the stage of preparing the emulsion. The problem of keeping a clean label of meat products and protecting it from microbiological spoilage was previously unsolvable. The only way to extend shelf life was with the help of chemical preservatives. But today, everything has changed. The developers of the SOYUZNAB Group of Companies, after many years of research, have created a natural preservative, AIBI, which brings food protection to a whole new level. The natural preservative can be used dry or as brine, as the product has excellent solubility. Dextrose can be used to extend shelf life of all types of meat products. For raw smoked products, dextrose can be used on the shell or surface of product. For example, when tested in sausage at a dosage of 0.4% to the mass of minced meat, a natural preservative provided protection against microbiological spoilage for 90 days. In the dairy industry, the natural preservatives AIBI increases the shelf life of products by 20 to 30%. It has a high antagonistic activity against mold, yeast, and pathogenic lactic acid microorganisms. The preservative must be added at the end of the fermentation process, while it does not affect the change in titratability acidity. On the graph, you can see test results for cottage cheese with and without a natural preservative. With a dosage of a natural preservative of 0.25% to the weight of the finished product, the amount of mold on the 50th day of storage at a temperature of 6 degrees Celsius does not exceed 10 CFU per gram, while without a preservative, it is more than 20. The same situation is observed with yeast. Their amount in cottage cheese under similar storage conditions does not exceed the established norms. We recommend a natural preservative to preserve and extend the shelf life of all fermented milk products, cottage cheese, farmer's cheese, and soft cheeses. I'm not afraid to provoke the anger of people who eat healthy, and I argue that mayonnaise can be natural and do not contain any artificial ingredients. But in order to preserve it, the SOYUZNAB Group of Companies has developed a unique product, a natural preservative, AIBI, which is designed to fight against mold, yeast, and general contamination. You can see the results of laboratory tests of the natural preservative, AIBI, which are confirmed by industrial developments at the largest enterprises in the industry. In terms of its functionality, a natural preservative is comparable to most known artificial preservatives, sorbic and benzoic acid, but at the same time it does not contain components with the E code. It will give you the same shelf life as artificial preservatives due to the fact that this clean label will increase the sales of your mayonnaise. All clean label drinks, natural soft drinks, juice drinks, healthy drinks, have a short shelf life due to the undesirable use of synthetic preservatives. The SOYUZNAB Group of Companies offers a ready solution to extend the shelf life up to 12 months and keep the label clean. It is enough to add 2 natural AIBI preservatives. Fermented dextrose 1.50 is used to inhibit the growth of lactic acid, microorganisms, yeast, mold, listeria. Fermented dextrose 1.01 is used to inhibit the growth of aerobic spores and mold. Laboratory and industrial developments prove that drinks with a natural preservative are guaranteed to withstand a shelf life of 12 months while maintaining a clean label. Thus, the tests carried out have shown that the use of the natural preservative, AIBI, will allow manufacturers to produce the highest quality safe food products from natural ingredients that have a beneficial effect on the human body.